last week we talked all about the element of art line, and we learned how to draw all the different types. We talked about loop-de-loop, zigzag, wavy, squiggly, castle, straight, bumpy, dashed, mouse ears, all these different types, and we practiced drawing them on our paper and then coloring it. So now today what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that flat piece of paper and we're gonna make a sculpture. What's a sculpture? Well, a sculpture is a three-dimensional piece of art that you can view all the way around. When something is two-dimensional, it's flat, like this piece of paper. So it only has height and length. There is no width because it's flat. A sculpture has height, length, and width. So here's an example of my line sculpture. It has height, length, and then if I turn it to the side, it also has width because it pops out. And I can turn it and view it from 360 degrees all the way around. So we're gonna take our flat paper and we're gonna cut it up and turn it into different types of lines by folding and curving the paper, and then we're going to glue them to another piece of paper to create this fun sculpture. So let's get started. All right guys, for this line sculpture, you're going to need a couple of things. You'll need your paper from last week where you drew all of your lines and then colored the whole thing. If you have a bunch of white spaces, I suggest you try and go back and color as much as possible. You'll need another piece of paper to glue your lines to. You will need some scissors and a glue stick or a bottle of glue, whatever you have. So your first step is going to be cutting your paper into different strips. If I cut it vertically, I'll have longer strips, but not as many. If I cut horizontally, I'll have shorter strips, but I'll have much more. So I'm gonna cut horizontally, and it's okay if they're not all exactly the same size, but I'm just gonna go through and cut some different strips out of my paper. And the reason why you need to color the whole thing is so that all of your strips, there's no white space left over. They're all different and colorful. So once you finish cutting out all of your different strips, right now they're just a straight line and they're flat, they're two-dimensional. So if I curve my line, look at that. I made now, or if I bend my paper, I made a curved line. But I can't just stick it on my paper. It doesn't work like that. In order for it to stick to my paper, you're gonna have to give your line some feet. So to give it a foot, you're just gonna fold a little bit of the paper back. And so now he has a little foot. And I have to do the same thing on the other side, fold it back, give it a crease. And so now when I turn my line, he has little feet, he can dance. Doo, 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 doo. And your feet are where you're going to add the glue. And so I'm gonna get my glue stick and I'm gonna add a little bit of glue to each foot. And then I'm going to stick it to my paper. But I'm gonna count to 10 to make sure it really sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome, look at that. So now I have a curved line stuck on for my first line of my sculpture. For my next line, you can curve the paper again, bend it, or you can fold it. So if I fold it forward, and then I'm gonna turn it and I'm gonna fold it backward, look what happened. I made like a little zigzag. So I'm gonna keep folding it forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, and then I'm gonna give it a squeeze. And then whenever I pop it open, I made a zigzag line. And I already have 2 feet on my zigzag line, so my line is ready to go. And I can put it wherever I want on my sculpture. I think it goes like this. All right, so maybe I wanna put it, ooh, you know what? What if I put it underneath this curved line? That's cool, huh? Oh, I put the glue over there. So I'm gonna hold it again for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. So now I have a zigzag line and a curved line. You can also make a loop-de-loop or a spiral line by wrapping the paper around your finger. Oh, gotta hold on to it. Or you could also wrap it around a pencil, but I'm gonna wrap it around my finger to make this spiral line. Give it a nice squeeze. So now I have a spiral, and I can put a little bit of glue down on the bottom and glue my spiral on here. I can make a shape. I can fold my paper in half and make a triangle shape, or it looks like a V, or part of an A but missing the middle line. And I'm gonna give him some feet again so he can stick. And glue on my little triangle kind of shape. You could make like a square by folding it on one spot. And then I can go and fold it on the other side. So I made like a little, kind of looks like a bridge almost too. But remember, you have to give him feet in order for it to stay. So fold a little bit on the end. And glue it down. You can also create a circle by connecting the two ends together. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on the end, and then I'm going to fold my paper around and then hold it maybe for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll put, ooh, my glue stick's running away from me. I'll put a little bit of glue on the bottom, and I can stick it wherever I want. Play around with these, you guys. You can twist the paper like this to make a loop-de-loop. I can put some glue at the bottom. And where do I want to put it? I'll put it over here. So I'm gonna hold this down here really good, make sure it's nice and stuck. And then I'm going to twist the paper so it's creating like a loop-de-loop line, but make sure to hold that spot down. And I'll put another bit of glue on the other side and twist, twist, twist. And I'm gonna make him go all the way over here. Oh, he popped off. That's why you gotta hold it. Make sure you're adding lots and lots of glue to make sure it sticks. And this is the trickiest one, this little loop-de-loop line. So if it's not working out for you, don't worry about it. You can do any type of line that you want. You can glue lines on top of other lines. What if I wanted to make a chain and add a circle on top of this other circle that I already made? I could do that too. I can do whatever I want. If this is your line sculpture, you can make it however you want. We are just practicing making things 3D by folding or curving and bending things. Let's put it right here. Maybe it'll stick better. Stay. Haha. Yes, he stayed. And you can see your sculpture all the way around. And I still have one left, so I'll add another type of line. But you can add any types of lines you wanted, remember, by curving the paper, folding it, bending it, creasing it in different spots. Have fun with your sculptures, play around with it. And when you're done, take a picture or make a video showing me your line sculpture. I can't wait to see the fun sculptures you guys create.